It's me, Grover, podcasting otter on Grove Street FM. You're about to listen to a sample of this show. If you'd like to hear the podcast in its entirety, download the Grove Street FM app and sign up for Grove Street FM Plus.
Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios in Bedford, Virginia, you're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness with your host, Brian Schley.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another special hour, and hour number 2. Don't forget about that.
I heard a little whistle.
Of sunshine. Of Life, Liberty, Happiness. What is wrong with my microphones? Anyway.
Sounds as horrible as always.
David Hallnaker, State Farm Studios. Oh, by the way, if you hear a honking of the horn, Brad has been...
He's really trying to interrupt the show.
Yeah. The Norfolk and Southern apparently are replacing some tracks. Maybe they don't want any derailments.
Yeah, no kidding. We should be worried about that.
Well, yeah, here. Yeah.
Woody, have you checked with the tenant? I mean, checked with the landlord to see if we have insurance for derailments?
Let me check on that.
No, we do not. It's a little party, right? Or Hardy. Hardy. What did I say? Party.
Hardy.
Don't they have a party? I mean, there's a party,
John,
right? I think I saw
this
one
is
concert.
Hardy. I like this.
I do too. It's peppy. It's a good starting of the show.
It is.
Hey, everybody, I'm Trent.
Trent's in the studio.
Yeah.
Working himself in.
Trying to squeeze in words.
Woody.
Hey.
See, I don't mind letting Woody speak.
I know.
All right, this day in history. 1934.
Yeah.
Was the first time this was ever played. Do you know what this is?
Music?
I'm going to play the clip.
Oh, okay.
And you tell me what it is.
All right.
Go ahead.
Can't
Cut
wait.
one.
A tradition unlike any other. The Masters.
Well, there's the
That's the answer?
Is that a LIV?
What is it?
Was that Jim Nance's first tournament?
No, it was the very first tournament. The Masters was 1934.
Is that this weekend?
That is this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I always liked the Masters because for me, that was when spring started. Like once I heard the trip,
yeah.
Do they pipe in that? Have we found that out whether that's true or not?
And Martinsville race used to be the same weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Because you used to be able to go watch the race and then you'd watch the last round of the tournament.
Oh, Woody, we could tell you some stories about Martinsville.
Oh boy,
Probably shouldn't do that.
you don't want that on record.
Ah. Oh, Woody doesn't know this, that you became a celebrity at Martinsville.
Oh,
Did you know that Trent did a KFC commercial?
I did. What?
Yeah.
With Dale
Come
Jr.?
on now.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to effort this.
You
Dude,
can Google it.
When you Google it, you will laugh.
All right, so I need to.
All you have to Google is Dale Earnhardt Jr. KFC bucket, and you will see the commercial that I was in.
This is a true story.
It lasted for the benefits of it lasted a whole summer.
Oh my gosh, Trent and I partied every day.
I got royalties. For
He
this.
would get a check in
Did
the
you
mail,
really?
Woody,
Yeah,
and when
I
he'd get a check, he'd
All right,
call me and go, "Hey, got another check. You want to go out?"
Man, I'm literally in 3 scenes that last combined a half second, but they made me sign the Actors Studio Guild, that SAG thing.
Yep.
And so I did, and I thought I was going to get a ticket to the race. I think they gave me $100 on site and not a ticket to the race, which I didn't care about going anyway. Which was funny was because they chose me to come down to do the commercial, and I showed up with 2 beers in my pocket. I didn't know what the commercial was even supposed to be about.
Oh my god!
Is this the one? All right, let's see.
Of course.
That's it.
That's it. See if you can find Trent.
Time to face my break, KFC. The only carbon matters under my hood. the Dale Jr. diet. I eat what tastes good.
New KFC Dale Jr. collectible buckets. 10 pieces of Junior's favorite fried chicken and 4 biscuits for just $9.99. Dale Jr. buckets. They're going fast.
Grab a bucket, it's Wednesday. Chicken cow. USA.
Was that you eating the?
Yes.
That was me. Well, first I was stacked. I handed a girl a chicken bucket, and then I ate the chicken at the end. There was 3 scenes.
It had costume change.
They did. They made me change costumes. You'll see I have a different shirt between scenes. I think the girl wanted me to change shirts.
Dude, you know how much
You know how much money I
dude.
made in what year was that? 2006?
It said 2004.
2004.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money I made for that? Those
What?
3 scenes?
What?
About $15,000.
Really?
I promise you.
That's
Like-
why he and I go Flo. I hate that woman.
Gosh,
Because you can imagine what she's pulling in.
dude.
So when we were in Atlanta, and I used to drink pretty heavily and have fun, that commercial came on at a Buffalo Wild Wings in Atlanta, and I like yelled out, "A round of drinks on me." Because every time it came on, I got royalty. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
the good old days.
It was a good
Oh
story.
man, that's great.
Yeah, that was a good story.
So I think I've done a new thing for this. In the second hour, it seems like most people are voting that the second hour is better than the first hour.
Oh, yeah. We're getting a lot of play on that.
Yep.
So I
You got
think
to sign up.
you got to sign
Sign
up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just mimicking your agenda, and I'm just adding the stuff that I would normally stop you with, but I'll just put it in the second hour.
Jesus, it only took a month. It only took a
Rod is
month.
like, finally.
And the
Like-
look of satisfaction on your face just now.
Well,
He's so
I was
happy.
wondering what the light bulb above your head was for.
It's
Now
like
I
he's
know.
eating fried chicken right now. Look at
Ding.
that.
I tell you what,
Yep.
that boy's cornbread ain't done in the middle. That's
Oh.
today's phrase. Have you ever heard that?
I have heard that.
I had never heard that before. I heard it on a YouTube or a TikTok clip.
Mm.
That boy's cornbread ain't done in the middle.
It's not that black cook guy, is it?
No,
The
that
chef?
dude, that is, you talking about the one with the goatee?
love that
dude
guy.
is so funny.
What's his name? His little call name?
Oh, Woody?
Black Hickory.
What am I searching?
Oh man, Chubby, North Carolina. Black Chubby, I think is his call name.
I don't.
No, I promise you.
I don't know if I want to Google.
Yeah, don't Google
I
the
don't-
words.
I don't know if I want to.
Check TikTok, a bit cleaner.
Yeah, let's
I
look
swear
up
he's-
Black Chubby. Oh my God.
Save that for the second hour.
I don't want that in my search history.
Max, cut.
Meemaw has signed up for the second hour now, so I got to watch.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Good. All right, on to drama.
So the way we're doing this, my words, I'll just do the second hour.
All right.
Yep.
So I got a top 10 list coming up
Great.
of top 10 sports villains. I
Okay.
thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but before I get to that,
Yeah.
okay, I can never be a juror.
I couldn't either.
I'm just telling you. I watched a documentary called The Devil Next Door.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
I think I loved that, if I remember. Tell me what it is.
It's the Ivan the Terror.
You're going to have to give me more. I've seen a lot of
He
documentaries.
he was the guy who basically killed the Jews in the gas chamber for Holocaust.
Yeah, I do remember it. I don't think I did see that. Yep.
Woody?
Yeah.
Guilty, not guilty, guilty, not guilty.
Oh, really?
The whole
Really?
time. I'm like, no, there's no way that guy. Yes, he's guilty. No, there's no way. And the way it plays out is just unbelievable to me.
I tend to find
fascinating.
myself usually thinking guilty. Like if we've gone this far, I mean, they just.
All right, so let me
didn't
give you
pick
the
a guy.
quick synopsis. I'm not going to tell you the whole documentary. I'm just giving you what it's about.
Okay.
So you have a gentleman living in Ohio. He's 60-some years old, maybe. He's retired from the Ford manufacturing plant.
Okay.
He's an immigrant from Ukraine. Out of the blue, the U.S. government comes knocking on the door and basically charges him with being Ivan the Terror, which is the guy known for killing all the Jews in the Holocaust,
Mhm.
literally pulling the gas chamber lever. And yeah. And so they extradite him to Israel where he stands trial.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember the news story.
Okay. Well, it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so you just learn a lot. One, you learn about extradition, you learn about Israel courts, German courts, and all of this is tied up into this documentary. And I'm telling you, from maybe 8 shows.
Oh,
you know,
really? That
maybe,
many?
Man.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I guarantee I went from guilty to not guilty on every single one of them.
Yeah, that's good. That's good writing. Actually.
They did a good job. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm just like,
And you know what? That's what a news story should be done, right? It should be giving you the
Yeah.
facts and not giving you their opinion.
right. And I'm telling you, I still don't know. I don't know whether he was really the guy or not.
I got something similar in my drama. If am I allowed to do it up now, or do I got to wait?
Yeah,
Next hour?
we got time.
Okay. Just check and make sure. Don't get yelled at. Have you seen the one with the Malaysian Airlines?
Yes.
I haven't, and
Yes.
I want to. That's on
Ooh.
my.
Oh my
list.
God! Please watch that,
Yeah.
Woody.
Yep.
Which of the options?
But what I couldn't
Yeah,
understand was it was 2 seasons.
No,
No, it's 3.
it's only 3
It's
episodes.
3. But I tell you, my opinion changed each episode.
That's what
I still don't know.
because I did not have this written in my notes until you just said. I
the
changed
more-
my opinion each of the 3 times.
The more I talk about it out loud, the more I change my own mind. If that, when you start talking about
Yeah,
it,
like when you try to tell somebody this is how it could have happened,
Yep.
and you realize, you know what, the other one sounds a little more. Because
Yep.
when I say it out loud, and they do such a good job of each of the 3 shows telling you this is probably what
Oh,
happened.
yeah. Was it the pilot? Was it this?
Because they
Was it
reenact
that?
it. They reenact how, and you're like, oh
so
man, that's
good.
almost like video.
It's
How
really
did they
good.
know that?
Well, don't tell me. I'm gonna
Well,
watch.
I'm not.
Oof.
It was on my list. Like I
Yeah,
went
it's
through the
worth it.
documentaries and I clicked that one and
You know what I love about that? Do you remember CNN took a stance that they would never cover another story
oh yeah,
until this plane is found?
oh yeah. How's that working?
Plane's still not really found.
Still not.
I do
Sort
remember
of.
that.
That's also in there.
Jeez.
Like, was it or was it not?
All right, top 10 sports videos.
Highly recommended though. Do you recommend that one, Woody?
Absolutely.
I had to watch
Need to
all
watch
3.
it. Yep. We burned through them.
Yeah. So good. I'm sorry.
You should
right.
see the look I got on camera right
Top,
Yeah.
top 10
You could just
sports
freeze
villains.
that. That should be on the cover
That's
of the
the
show.
thumb art.
That's what we see every week.
Man, those eyes pierced right through.
All right, number 10.
Yep.
John Rocker.
I would have thought he'd been higher up in your list. They hated him so much.
Yeah, he was hated, but he kind of went away quickly though, right? I mean,
That's true.
God, could you imagine in today's society?
Oh my God.
He would have been gone the first second.
Yeah.
I mean, he at least made it a little while.
Do you know what he's the inspiration for?
No.
Did you ever see the show on HBO, Eastbound and Down?
No, that was him. That was
the inspiration. So that
I've
guy,
seen the show.
Kenny
but
Powers.
Yeah.
That
Every day.
and
John
you see
Rocker.
little clips of him on TikTok all the time. That's who he was
I'll be there.
inspired by John Rocker, the whole series.
Wonder what he's doing now, John Rocker.
Cussing somebody out.
Number 9, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Was never a fan.
No,
Still
I
not a
wasn't
fan.
either.
All right, number 8.
Yeah.
One of your favorites,
Oh.
Albert Hainsworth,
Mm.
He's another guy that I think petered out so fast that he's not really a
villain.
villain. He just had that one incident where you're talking about when he stomped the guy and cut his face open. Do you remember that?
No, I was pretty much when he sat out, right? He didn't play.
Oh, he took all the money and just didn't and just relaxed. Yeah. He did that. But before that, you remember the thing that made him such a villain was when he was with the Titans, and I think it was Defensive Player of the Year. Whoever fell down on the
Yeah,
ground,
yeah. He
he
did
ripped the
stuff.
helmet off and took a steel cleat across the dude's face.
Jesus.
We'll have to get Dave Baxter to maybe he's listening. Maybe he can tell me if I'm right. Well, I know he'll tell me I'm right.
All right, number 7.
Yep.
Jim Joyce.
I don't even know who that is.
All right, Jim Joyce was the umpire that called the guy safe on the perfect game.
Oh, yeah.
What an idiot.
You know who's more of a villain? Who was the umpire that everybody
Angel
hated?
Hernandez.
The one that would just call whatever he wanted to
Yes,
because
that's
he was an umpire.
He's never been in the World Series, and he has sued
Yeah.
Major League Baseball because of that.
Yeah.
Alex Rodriguez.
I
This
would
is
go
my
with that.
number 6.
I never liked him.
And you will get 5 through 1 in hour number 2.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11.
Okay.
I guess you'll have to wait to the second hour.
Yes.
Hey, look, you're right at max cutoff. Right
Hey,
on time. This
we-
show is working efficiently.
Well, you're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness. Now on to sports.
Life, liberty, happiness, sports.
All right. NCAA tournament
Yep.
is in full swing.
Enjoyed it last weekend.
Lots of upsets.
Yeah, loved it.
Virginia
Yeah.
went down. Fairleigh Dickinson's probably the biggest story, right?
Yeah, it would have been a bigger story if they had won their second round game.
All right. Who else? What are the other?
You know what's so funny about that? So what he's referring to is Purdue was the number 1 seed that lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, the number 16 seed.
Yeah.
I had Purdue winning the whole thing. So in the last 3 minutes, I started rooting for Fairleigh Dickinson.
Of course, I did the same thing.
And my mom was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
And she's like, because my mom loves the NCAA tournament. I mean, we literally do the brackets since we were teenagers, before there was a bracket. Like, we wrote them down before brackets was it. And my mom goes, "What are you doing? You picked Purdue to win the whole thing." And I was like, we got to have another number 1 that lost. I can't go the rest of my life, and Virginia is the only team that's ever been a number 1 that lost to a 16. So I was happy.
Well, I mean, I still don't know how it happened.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, Purdue is loaded with.
Yeah, and that giant guy. Why didn't they just throw him the ball more? Wouldn't any coach in the world just say, throw it to him?
I don't know. Matt Painter's a good coach, although this is like his 3rd year in a row
Yeah.
losing.
I mean,
It's not good.
let's be real about the tournament. If Tony Bennett had not won a championship, would he not be written as the worst tournament coach in the NCAAs?
Right. And I mean, it is a tournament of, well, I think it's a tournament of runs. Like you can catch fire. Like, you remember Connecticut a couple years ago?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been longer than that. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you catch fire. And I'll be honest with you. I thought Duke had an easy path to
I did too.
because they were dominating. They dominated the ACC tournament, and they came here and started dominating.
And I would say behind Tony Bennett, Purdue is probably one of those teams. They just never can get past into the second round. And then you got Gonzaga, but Gonzaga sometimes.
Yeah, but a couple of years ago, Purdue had that run.
Yeah.
With that Edwards lights out.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, wasn't that the year Virginia won it?
Was that Purdue? I guess it was.
And
I was thinking maybe it was
they had the
Vanderbilt.
luck
But
shot.
Yeah. They had like 3 luck shots.
Now, see, talk a little bit about it. Why, with him being as experienced as he was, I still can't figure out why he threw it. Why not just take the foul?
Are you talking about Virginia's player?
Yeah.
Okay, there needs to be an investigation on his bank account in about 4 months.
Something. There's
Look,
no reason to throw it.
that's point shaving. You're a 6-year man, and you know you're going to be fouled. And you're a good free throw shooter. You might have missed the 2 before that, another point shaving scheme. But you just threw it to the other team. Enough so that the other team, did you see him walking in the locker room and the guys yelling, he threw it right to us?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's some point shaving.
Something's going on. I'm not. I just couldn't believe it.
He's from LA. There's something going on. I can tell you that.
Weird.
Right now. And it's not weird. It's cheating. You know what I noticed about NCAAs this week?
What?
YouTube TV added the W to NCAAs to games. I get so tired of turning it to something NCAA. I don't care if it's Wisconsin versus Liberty. Okay. Just add the W or the M so I know to turn it to the channel. NCAA men.
Yes, I agree with that.
NCAA W.
Yes.
Well, ever since I've had YouTube TV, they wouldn't add the W
Correct.
or the
So
M.
you didn't know.
So you don't know. So you accidentally turn it into a women's game and go, for God, I'm not watching this, right? But this week they've been adding the W, and they have not added the M yet. That's old school right there.
Now, I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
I have enjoyed the women's side.
Yeah, Jesus.
No. I actually watched the Miami game the other night, and that was
Was that Were they playing LSU?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. They beat the number 1 seed.
Stanford?
No, Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. Yeah, Stanford lost too.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, Houston lost
Yeah.
in the men's bracket, which is no,
No, Houston didn't
no,
lose.
no. I forgot. Believe it or not, I did lose out on Duke. I'm not gonna lie, that one sucked. But I still have Alabama. I still have Miami. I still have UConn.
3 of my Final 4, I lost in the first round.
Arizona. Who did they lose to?
Oh, it was a second. Oh no, it was the first round.
It was the first game. Yeah, it was that was a 2 seed.
Yeah.
Arizona lost to Princeton,
Yes, that's right.
and
Yeah.
Princeton was good. They looked good,
Yeah.
but they ended up losing to who?
Princeton hasn't lost yet. They're in the
No,
final.
they're in the
Sweet 16.
That's
Yeah.
good. Anyways, NCAA, it's
Yep.
good stuff. So you have one left. Who's your one team left?
Gonzaga.
Okay, Ashley still has Gonzaga.
Yep.
So I've got UConn, Miami, and Alabama still.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, for now. The rest of my bracket
So
is shot.
once I lost that many in the Final 4, I have just decided to root for every underdog. Like I want the craziest NCAA tournament ever.
I could go along with that.
I want Princeton to play. Who would be on the other side? Like who's
the craziest?
yeah? Like who beat Memphis?
Oh, that's on the wrong side.
Oh, okay.
So who did you say again?
I would like to see
Princeton? Oh,
Who could they play on the other side?
San Diego State.
Oh, that would be perfect. Princeton versus San Diego State.
Yeah,
That's the final that I want.
Oh no, that would be the Final 4.
Oh, good.
So on the other side, it would be TCU, maybe.
There's got to be a lower seed than them.
Who did Kansas lose to?
Arkansas.
All right, well, there Arkansas would be your.
Did Arkansas make it past the second round?
Yeah, they beat.
That's when they beat Kansas. Okay. Did you see the TikTok where the Chinese woman is trying to learn English?
No.
Have you seen it, Woody?
No.
And they show at the end of the game the two teams shaking hands at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And she says, "Explain to me, please." I can't do my Asian accent. She goes, "Kansas is not Arkansas.
Yeah, well, it's not.
It's Arkansas."
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that's the NCAA tournament.
Well, that was the best I could give you. That was the best sports.
Wow. All right, on to NASCAR,
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Mm.
Has NASCAR ever done anything better
No.
than they have with that track?
I so hope that when they're trying to fix California, when they're trying to fix Texas, that they get something like they did at Atlanta.
Correct. And so here's what I love. I do like Tony Stewart in the booth because, well, here's what I'm saying. At least you have people, Clint Boyer and him, that tell the truth, right? And the only reason I say that is he said, look, we all thought they were crazy. What is changing the degree going to do anything here?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, man, has it turned into some great racing? And that's the truth.
So
we all thought it was stupid.
So going back to the announcers, I wish they would just let Clint Boyer be by himself. I just want to hear him.
I do.
Right? He is who I thought Tony Stewart would be in the booth.
Correct.
Clint Boyer just tells it.
Yes.
And he tells it with humor. It's like Tony takes himself too seriously.
Did you see when Ross Chastain it actually didn't hit Harvick, but Harvick wrecked while leading. Ross Chastain
really?
was behind him.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so he gets right up next to him, and it spins out Harvick right in front of the field, takes out 4 or 5 cars. And,
I saw Brad texted
Clint said,
mad at Ross.
Clint said, man, that's a tough one or something like that. He just got into him wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tony goes, yeah, it's happened before. Like Tony's going to that's one of his cars. Don't forget.
Mm.
And so when they go to commercial break, they come back and they go, actually, he never touched him. And that's why I give Tony Stewart a lot of credit. He's an owner.
Yeah.
And then he starts to back Chastain. Look, he actually never touched him. And he didn't.
Mm.
It was just, it took air off of him. And Harvick said that. Racing deal. He didn't even touch me. So,
you know what I enjoyed about that race? This is what I say about a lot of races. I hate in the NCAA tournament, the last minute takes 12 minutes to play
Yeah.
because they got to go
Yeah.
check the camera, go back and check the time,
Yeah.
and then they got to, it does it again, and let's make sure the right person tipped it out, all that stuff.
Yes.
I hate the green-white checker
Oh, yes.
in NASCAR.
Yes.
I understand it. I get it. But, one time, give it a chance or whatever. And they have seemed to keep it from going. Like now it is after two times they quit, So I applaud them for that. But, man, that race, they raced the last 40 laps side by side without a wreck.
And changing. It's not like they just all got in a group. I mean, there was.
And the two most powerful cars were in the front, right? It was Joey Logano, who could pull by himself, and it was Brad Keselowski.
Yeah.
And those were the two. And I will give, as much as I hate him, Joey Logano credit.
I don't know how he did it.
That move that he made to go around him and sucker him to go higher, Keselowski was not ready for that.
I don't think so either. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah. I honestly thought Christopher Bell was in the driver's seat somehow.
Well, all of them were in the driver's seat.
And then, and then somehow, I don't even know how Joey got there, to be honest, because I was like, there's no way he's getting around. And then somehow he got up high. I don't know.
And I'll say this too, as much as I don't like Logano, those Penske cars, they all look good.
Yes.
Roger Penske, whoever does his branding.
Yeah.
That Auto Trader car. Yeah. That's a badass car.
Yeah, I agree.
It looked good.
Penske looks great.
I didn't know that was their first win in the Auto Trader car.
I didn't know that either.
I was listening to the radio broadcast because I missed the race and I had to listen. I had to come home and watch the replay.
Oh, I bet that was great.
Yeah.
The radio broadcast.
Oh, it was good. I mean, it was like, those MRN and PRN guys, they do such a good job.
They do. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal job.
Yep.
F1.
FU.
Was, where were they at? They were at Jeddah.
Saudi Arabia, right?
No, yes, Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Yeah, so I was wondering, how can you can't play golf, but you can do a race.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Checo won.
Yep.
And it became very obvious that they do not like each other.
Verstappen?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, clear. There's no...
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, I'm a Checo fan. I'm a Verstappen fan. Verstappen moved up 15 spots. You don't see that in Formula One very often, right?
Crazy.
And he was making some awesome moves, but he couldn't catch Checo.
I know, but
he would have.
No, what was great is Logan and I are watching it, and we pick up on all the little things, like the radio of Checo saying, or them telling Checo that he could ease off or something.
Yeah,
and he says, "How far is Verstappen behind me?"
Yeah,
and then he doesn't let off. Because he thinks they're lying to him.
Yeah.
And then to come to find out, he has the fastest lap, and then Verstappen does that at the end.
Yeah.
Which, I'm glad he did.
I did
I'm
too.
not,
I am too.
But you could see Checo's face. Oh, you got the fastest lap?
Yeah.
I mean, he was not happy about that.
And what's funny is, even on Drive to Survive and some interviews that I have seen this year, they have made it sound like the pressure is on Checo to perform.
Right.
So I think he's hearing that and going, man, I'm not second fiddle here. I'm
Correct.
going after it.
Well, he looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, now, I didn't know this till Logan brought it up. That 1 point is what Checo would have been leading in points.
They would have been tied, right? It would have been a 2-point difference. It was a 2-point. Oh, yeah, you're right. It would have been Checo up by 1.
Yes.
Yes.
And instead, Verstappen keeps the lead.
Yeah, he's up by 1.
I'd hate to be in that garage. Although maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're both like, let's dominate. I did your whiny little, I know you like him, Lewis Hamilton.
Well, I didn't hear anything about him.
No, he's throwing Mercedes under the bus.
Oh, they're talking about him having pressure on himself.
Well, I've heard rumors that he is going to move to Ferrari.
Oh, wow.
And take Carlos Sainz's spot.
Man, that would be
awesome. They will move Mick Schumacher to the take.
Toto can't be that dumb.
Well, I mean, I think they've gone all in on Russell. I think that's their guy now.
Yeah, I mean, could be.
So we'll see.
I do like the breakup. Although I will say this. Isn't it cool when you watch a Formula One race, when you know the teams and you realize that all the teams are together all the way through the crowd? It's like 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. Those racers are so good that they can take equal cars and they just do the same thing.
Yes.
except for
Alonzo.
I mean,
Daddy.
So the owner of Alonzo, his son drives, but his son ain't performing like Alonzo's performing.
No.
And he single-handedly has moved that team up. Are they ahead of Ferrari in the total points?
That's a good
constructors.
question. I don't know.
I'll check it out during the next commercial break.
Well, I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
Logan is the one that pointed out to me.
Yeah.
Did he just take a dive so that Alonzo could take his penalty? That was...
Oh, you mean the 5-second penalty?
Yeah.
That was weird, too. The 5-second penalty, I was wondering, what in the world? I guess he just lined up a little bit outside that little...
He did.
Yeah.
And so he got a 5-second penalty, but his teammate all of a sudden has car trouble and pulls off.
Mm.
And there's a safety car. So he pits under the safety and takes his 5-second penalty and comes back out in third. So he didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
And Logan, I was like, darn, you might be right.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Lance Stroll.
Stroll's going to have some pressure on him, too. That's what I like about the season. Not so much that there's just competition between teams, but there's competition with teammates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets.
Is that final?
It's not. I mean, it's where he says he wants to go. He's leaving it up to the Jets and the Packers to figure it out.
Okay.
So he'll end up in Washington.
He's just going to do what Brett Favre did.
Mm-hmm.
And then
if they can work it out.
He'll end up at Minnesota. That's what Brett Favre did.
What are the Commanders doing? Do they even have a quarterback?
Didn't they get some high name?
No.
I know they told their other guy to get lost.
Carson Wentz.
They told to get lost, but I thought they picked up somebody.
Heineke's gone. Your guy's gone.
That makes me cry. But I will be a Falcons fan.
Oh my God. He won't even see the field.
Are you kidding me? Super Bowl, baby.
Oh, that is sports.
You left out the biggest story, but I'll do it in the second hour.
Sports is brought to you by CNS Business Services. CNS Business Services is your local place to get professional services. Payroll, bookkeeping, taxes, notary, and QuickBooks. Everything is done catered to your needs. Set up a consultation today. Visit their new and improved website at csbusinessservices.online or call 540-586-1120. It's nice to be greeted by those who know you by name, and CNS is a huge supporter of local high school athletics. Not only do they serve the community, they also invest in their community. Professional services by professional staff, today, tomorrow, and together. CNS Business Services is located in front of the Y in Suite G. Call 1-540-586-1120.
I went to look up the thing I said staff during commercial. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness. On to what's happening.
Life, Liberty, Happiness News.
All right. You can hold that for the second hour.
All right. There's something I was supposed to look up. Staff.
Yeah, you were supposed to look up, but instead you got onto that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We're discussing the banking crisis.
Oh, yeah.
So, Woody, I have found this this TikTok clip of what's going on. This is a conversation between, I'm assuming he's an Oklahoma senator, and
I heard this guy.
Janet Yellen.
Nebraska, I think.
Now, I'll cut you off.
Yellen.
Because it's like a 2-minute clip. But go ahead. This is a gentleman asking Janet Yellen.
Yes.
How are we bailing out the bank?
Fascinating.
All right, go ahead.
Will the deposits in every community bank in Oklahoma, regardless of their size, be fully insured now? Are they fully recovered? Every bank, every community bank in Oklahoma, regardless of the size of the deposit, will they get the same treatment that SVB just got or Signature Bank just got?
A bank only gets that treatment if a majority of the FDIC board, a supermajority of the Fed board, and I, in consultation with the president, determine that the failure to protect uninsured depositors would create systemic risk and significant economic and financial consequences.
So what is
And
your
we
plan?
made that determination.
Right. So
to
what
these
is
two
your
banks.
plan to keep large depositors from moving their funds out of community banks into the big banks? We have seen the mergers of banks over the past decade. I'm concerned you're about to accelerate that by encouraging anyone who has a large deposit in a community bank to say, we're not going to make you whole, but if you go to one of our preferred banks, we will make you whole at that point.
That's enough.
Look,
We don't-
I mean,
she has no answer for it
There is no
because
answer.
that is their goal.
That is the answer.
Yes.
He's nailed it.
He absolutely hit it out of the park. Why would you willy-nilly pick the banks that all of your friends are at, donors,
Mm-hmm.
and no matter what happens, we're going to, and I didn't know this till later on in the clip, he explains how they're paying for this.
Yes.
So quickly, if you're a bank, from what I understand, each bank pays FDIC insurance.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens, then up to $250,000, you're guaranteed you're not going to lose your money.
Yep.
So they pull money from that FDI insurance pool, and those are covered. Except this instance, they're saying, we're going to cover everybody, no matter what, over top of the $250,000.
Yep.
So that money has to come from somewhere. And where do you think it's coming from?
Smaller banks.
They're going to tax smaller banks an additional fee to recover the money to put back in the FDIC.
Yeah, it's insurance.
So they're punishing smaller banks for being responsible.
Yep.
So that bigger banks who are irresponsible fail.
That's exactly what they're doing. And the reward for bailing out the bigger banks is if you screw up, you're not big enough to save.
Correct.
Which is ironic.
Right.
So this is what we talk about, hidden taxes.
Yes.
I'm not raising your taxes, but essentially you're not going to get paid as much interest on your loan because your bank is having to save costs because they have more to pay.
Correct.
So it comes out of the bank isn't going to just take it out of their own pocket. Who does it come out of? It comes out of each single person that is a member of that bank.
Correct.
So we have another hidden tax.
Yeah. And I'm not sure, like, if you're a smaller bank, what do? You're pretty much screwed at this point, right? I mean, they're going to pass this on unless Republicans stop it. The problem is the Republicans probably won't stop it. So, I mean, I choose to bank with a small local bank. Matter of fact, I deal with 3 banks, and they're all 3.
Got over that 250 mark.
No.
Spreading it out.
Nice job.
No.
I need to get into the damn.
What islands do you have?
Whatever drug business you're in.
Stupid.
Send them anchors.
No, I
money
choose
laundering.
to have 3 different banks, and they're all local. And the bank that I do all of my loans through is a very small bank. Matter of fact, they only have 42 employees, and they've been in business for 100 years. And I chose them because they've been in business with farmers for over 100 years. And I figure if you can handle that, you're probably pretty good with your money.
And here's the thing, though. We hope that they wouldn't need the bailout because they make smart decisions.
They do.
And they're taking advantage of the government essentially is taking advantage of using those guys to help reimburse the ones that went and did their woke damn seminars.
Yes.
It's infuriating.
The further you go into it, the worse it is.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So we all like the convenience of being able to hit a button and move money and take out money and do all that.
Yeah.
But that also is what caused this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because all it takes is for me to say, hey, Trent, this bank's having problems.
Yeah.
Trent can go to his phone and take out all of his money. Well, that's what happened. So the bank didn't have time to react. That's why it all went quickly.
I know where you're going with this.
No, I mean,
No, the communication. It's communicating with whomever, right?
yeah.
I know where you're heading with this. Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm to the point now where, what do we do next? I mean, is the money the way we know it, is that pretty much heading out? I mean, are we getting rid of the monetary fund? Are we going back to, people say the best thing for you to do is take your money out and start putting it in assets.
Yeah.
Because that stuff doesn't devalue the way funds are.
Well, it's a sad day. Here's the thing. That clip, the other thing that we didn't point out in that clip, her response to him, and I'm so glad. I mean, he was being kind, but he finally cut her off.
Yeah.
Because their MO is just answer a word salad.
Yes.
Like you've answered the question, but you didn't answer a damn thing.
No, said nothing.
She knew what he was asking.
Of course.
By the way, she looks just as much like a deer in the headlights as anybody on any panel.
Yes.
Talk about a job you're not qualified to do.
Absolutely.
That is their entire staff.
Let's not forget, she's the one that said that we wouldn't have inflation.
Yeah.
That was just a
transitory thing.
Yes.
It is so cool you brought this up. Joe Rogan, I saw him mention, and while he was talking, they did a pan of the cabinet. Like, so while he's talking, the video does a pan.
Gosh.
And the cabinet is nothing but black, brown, white woman, black, brown, white woman, black, brown, white woman. That's what it looks like is panning while he discusses it.
Yeah.
He said, it's obvious when you do that, you didn't select on qualification.
Of course not.
And that's who's running your country. And this is what we get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this is why supposedly 72% of America thinks we're going in the wrong direction.
Are you doing anything on Trump and being arrested or anything like that?
Hour number 2.
Okay. All right. Got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. On to 80 million. My ass.
Life, liberty, happiness. 80 million my ass.
Come on, man.
With Brian Schley.
We choose truth over facts.
All right. This dude, God, there was so much to choose from. This clip, I don't even know what this is from. I listened to it 2 or 3 times to try to figure out what the hell he's even trying to say. So play the cut.
We should be making it easier, not harder, to make sure make sense to, I'll put it another way. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
He's right about that.
Let me put it another way.
We should be making it easier, not harder, to make sure make sense to, I'll put it another way. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
You know what I love about this show, man? You and I think so much alike, and we hate each other so much at the same time. But how many segues do you do that's exactly how I'm opening up, is his stupidity.
Oh, dude, there's another clip that I had that I didn't even bring, I have it, but I'm just like, it's so bad.
I hope I got it. Because
Is
that's
it
what
the
I'm
one
going
where the
to.
teleprompters were?
Yes. Yeah, I got it.
Like, what the hell's he doing?
How does that guy?
Country,
county. What we forget a little bit. We do the show so much, we forget what it means. 80 million, my ass. Think about this. Yeah. This guy pulled 80 million votes.
No, there's no way.
Come on, man. And I'll tell you one thing.
More than Barack Obama.
You know how I've got to watch Tucker every night. I just because I'm addicted again, and I have to watch him. Man, he is bringing that up a lot now. Like, about the vote, about the election.
I know.
And he has not been doing that. Like, we went through 2,000 Mules and he didn't even really bring it up. And now he's saying it almost nightly.
I noticed ABC News was doing a hit piece on him today.
On Tucker?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's coming.
Oh, yeah.
How long? We said how long before he's
sexual
harassed?
harassment, said the wrong word.
Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah. They tried to do the thing to show.
Here's the problem.
How much
they
he hates
have.
Trump.
This is the problem they have. Glenn Beck, Megyn Kelly, and people like that have paved the way for Tucker to always be heard.
That's true.
Because he's one podcast. Matter of fact, Tucker, join the Grove Street FM family.
Yeah.
You're welcome here anytime you want.
Well, he's going to start at the 7:00 slot.
Well, I mean, we
He's
could
not
put
taking
you.
ours.
We could put you in the paid second hour.
No.
No, just a 5 second.
Third hour.
Third hour with Tucker Carlson.
We got Sly, Warner, Tucker.
That's it.
Man,
I'll tell you what.
starting lineup.
Hey, I'll tell you what I almost did today, and I really want to do this. I want to see if we can get Chrissy Clark on here. I do the underreported stories. I'm going to see if I can get her on here.
I sent Kim Mulkey an email this week. I didn't get a response, but anyway.
I'd like to have her in as a
Studio.
guest. Yeah. Either one of them, actually.
No guest.
No guess.
Hey,
All
that
right.
was to let people in on that. That's Woody said he got a citizen complaint that we should never
Not
have.
a complaint.
What do they call it?
Jeez.
They just love y'all's banter so much. They
That we shouldn't
want
have
more
guests.
of it.
That's what I've been saying.
They want
I
a
know, but
full
that's
2
the
hours
problem.
of
You
nothing.
put
but-
somebody up to sending that.
No, I didn't.
If I effort this and find out, Woody,
My mom.
What? What?
Meemaw.
Anyway,
Yeah, the email is from Meemaw. Is that
Meemaw.
Anybody know who that is?
Gosh. All right, that's what's happening, and what's happening is brought to you by David Hallnaker and State Farm.
We all know having insurance is required, but having good insurance is not. There is a difference. We all get quotes, throw the policies in the trash, and hate when we see the invoice each month. But when we need them, that is when it matters most. Having a dependable agent like David Hallnaker makes all the difference. David Hallnaker is our local State Farm agent and proud sponsor of Life, Liberty, Happiness. When you need your insurance to work, make sure you have a company that works for you. That company is State Farm, and that agent is David. Call him today at 540-586-8194 or stop by their office next to Arby's off Route 460. Like a good neighbor, David is there.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen,
That, I swear, I get so motivated, it like fires me up. Like if there was somebody I didn't like that was in here right now, I would punch him. You know, do you guys remember the band The Works?
Yeah.
Y'all remember when they were really, really good?
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law, used to play for The Works. And man, we used to go to those events at Cattle Annie's. Remember when they had Cattle Annie's?
Yeah.
Remember that day? Well, The Works was told like past 11:30 at night they couldn't play certain songs.
Oh, that's right. I do remember this.
Because fights would start.
Yeah.
You play AC/DC or you play
Yeah.
a certain Metallica, Enter Sandman, it's going to be a fight. I mean, it's going to happen.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
I didn't know the NCAA has forbidden Tech to play
What?
the Enter Sandman,
Come on. Why?
the band.
Yeah, why?
I
Wait a
don't know.
You mean it like at a basketball game?
Yes.
So they can do it at the football game to start, but they can't play it at a basketball.
I'm wondering if they're going to stop them from doing it. at
They
football.
can't.
I
'Cause
know.
That's tradition. That's like
So this I read this. So the fans at Virginia Tech started singing it because the band wasn't allowed to play it.
Huh.
And
now, are they
read
not
a-
allowed to play it because Metallica says they can't, or
No, I
because
think Metallica liked it. They
That's
asked
a good-
James
I'll effort
Hetfield.
that. You go
Yeah.
ahead. I'll effort.
Okay, so I want to give credit to Brian just now because in my memory, and when you do the show, you get so many subjects, it's hard to
Yes.
remember what I was supposed to look up.
Agreed.
But you had me, you said, I asked you who was in second place. Did Aston Martin? Who would you guess is in second place?
Ferrari.
No, they're in fourth.
What?
Aston Martin is tied for second with Mercedes.
I would have never guessed Mercedes was second.
I know. That's why I threw that out there. And Haas is seventh. How
That's
cool is that?
unbelievable.
And guess who's last?
McLaren?
Yes. They're
That
behind. They're behind AlphaTauri.
That dude's going to get fired.
AlphaTauri is not going to be in. They're in some trouble too.
Why?
They're in ninth.
Yeah, but they're just a.
Yeah, but when Gasly was up there, they were a mid pack
Oh, yeah.
team.
I agree.
Haas is seventh. That's cool. So anyway, hey, the cut that we just had that just inspired us all.
Yeah.
Kevin James. I got another one I heard this week, and fans are starting to send me stuff now. So this is one that a particular person thought that I shouldn't use Kevin James to start Have At It. I should use this one to start Have At It. Do you have it?
I do.
Okay,
You
listen.
ready?
Well, Brian's on his phone, so he's not listening. No, he's not. Let's
You're
just wait.
talking to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. There's only one. Jim Crockett, when you brought me here 10 years ago, you knew that I was going to be the biggest star of them all.
Now, that probably isn't a bumper to start a whole segment, but that gives you an idea.
But it's a true statement.
Yeah. I other fans, if you hear things that we could use, I might.
Second hour.
Yeah, that could be the second hour Have At It bumper. So that works. All right. Hey, so I said how you segue from me to you a lot of times when you're, and it's not even coordination, it's just purely, probably because we had the same algorithms on everything we watch, right?
Okay.
Like I'll send you some, oh my God, I got so mad this week, Woody.
Yeah.
Brian sends me back the exact video that I sent him to comment on, which he never comments when you send him something. But then he sends me, and I was like, dude, just scroll up. I just sent you that.
Woody.
2 days before.
I never pay attention to the little teeny thing at the bottom that says 1, 2, 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
It tells you if you have videos.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm watching the video and I'm like, oh my God, Trent will love this. And then I hit it and I said,
how about checking your inbox?
Who does that?
Well, I mean, if you send it to me,
well, fans, you know who not to.
Yeah, but when your inbox is like 60,000 people.
Good point, Woody. If you're a fan and you want to email the show, email Trent.
Send your videos to Trent.
Yes. All right.
Same
so
3 people.
Mom, send all your videos to Trent.
Those of you that are sending me material, yeah, I've got stuff. Hey, in fact, the end of the show, remember how you let me get clips that are somewhat lengthy to put on a show, but they're a good way to end, like if someone wants to learn something or hear something informational.
Yes.
The one I got today was from somebody that are giving me material now. Nice. Isn't that cool?
Nice. You got a staff.
Yeah, I got people that are like, hey, man, here's something that you might want to play.
Memo email?
It's not. All right.
Memo.
But it's like people that don't want their name, but they want it out there. And I think it's really cool that they let me do that. All right. So you played Stumbling Bumbling Joe, right? All right. So cut 5. This was last week when St. Patrick's Day was supposed to start. So this is Joe Biden and his bumble.
I'm getting a little bit worried. We were in here watching you, and the Taoiseach, you're on camera. The Taoiseach, isn't that Senator Coons? What the hell you been doing, Coons? Yeah, I don't know, man. At any rate, he's the senator from Delaware.
No.
Dude, he's on the podium. He's got a microphone in his hands, and he's walking around, and just whatever visual thing that he sees, he's talking out loud. It's embarrassing.
I thought Coons was from Pennsylvania. Is it Delaware?
Honestly, I don't know.
Oh my God! If I effort that and find out,
I didn't even really pay attention to that. What I cared more about was how lost this man is, and why are they showing him so much? Why aren't they doing what they did? Well, you know what? He is not answering questions from reporters, and that's really ticking a lot of reporters off. Which, by the way, did you see the black guy that yelled at Claude Van Damme?
He had a great interview with Tucker. Did you catch
that? Was a fantastic.
Tucker did a great job of just letting him talk.
Yeah, but why won't they let him speak? I don't understand.
Okay, so that story has been going on for years and years. And years. So do you remember George Bush when he took over? There was that old lady that was always able to ask the very first question.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She was like, and then Bush asked someone else the question, and the whole reporter gang, they all said, even the Republican side said, that was rude. They should have always let her ask the very first question, right?
Yes.
Because the media supported each other at some point a long time ago. Today, they had reporters turning around and yelling at the black guy because he yelled at Claude Van Damme that she doesn't call on him. He's been there a year and not asked one question.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And in the interview with Tucker, he said there has been times where Jill Biden has gone to Africa, where Joe Biden has gone to Africa. He covers the United States for Africa. Certainly they would ask him to ask a question about the trip, yet they still don't call on him.
Why?
He's a conservative black guy that's from Africa.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, yeah. Listen to this one. This is cut 6. Listen to him. All right. Oh, my God. Let me set this up just a little bit. If you can understand what he's saying, he's going to read to you a poem that a person wrote for him and Obama when they were inaugurated the second time. So he's supposed to be reading this poem off the teleprompter. Here we go. Cut 6.
Richard Blanco returned to a poem he wrote from the second inaugural of Barack and me. A poem, one today. It says, and always one moon like a silent drum tapping at every rooftop and every window on every country. Let me start this over again. I'm getting so intimidated by you being here. And always one moon like a silent drum tapping on every rooftop and every window of one county. All of us facing the stars. Hope, a new constellation waiting for us to map it, waiting for us to name it together.
Okay, there's so much wrong in that. The laugh track that I've been talking about.
Yes.
The people that are there to laugh because he did something with his face is like, hey, here's the look he's going to give, and everybody laughs. It's embarrassing. It is so embarrassing.
I think, Woody,
Yeah.
from now on, we should play the Jaws in the background. Dun-dun. Instead of laughter.
See how easy it is?
That is a laugh track. That is what it sounds like.
That's it.
Hey, can you
honest
do
to
that
Pete.
whenever he speaks?
That was perfect. I mean, that I swear to God. Hey, we have a studio audience from now on, right?
You really did.
Yeah.
Hey, next week, let's do it live from a studio audience. I mean, I guess people could tell on the TV, but let's say they're behind you. Well, they would see that. They're behind Woody because he doesn't have the camera.
Behind me.
Country.
That's I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so if he screwed up country and county, and he said, I'm going to start over. Don't you think that he would get it right the next time because he knows that's the word that he had trouble with?
No.
He had trouble with it again. And by the way, it's a guy that wrote it for him. Two inaugurations ago.
Me and Barack's inauguration.
Country.
All right. So I know I got just a few minutes. Can I finish up?
You got
here?
a minute.
All right.
60 seconds.
All right. I'm going to jump into COVID.
Okay.
Listen to how scary cut 15 is. Listen to how scary this is. At the beginning, it's on the news. So you're watching a regular news channel. So you got to listen to the beginning of it, but just keep listening. Cut 15.
Everyone, today is Saturday, March 18th. Welcome to KCAL News at 7 on CBS, streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rachel Kim.
And I'm Michelle Medina in for Sheba, who is ready for some sunshine. I know I am. Let's start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alyssa Carlson. She joins us live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. No. Oh.
You know, we're going to go ahead and go to break right now.
Yeah. We'll be right.
You can stop it there.
She passed out.
She passed out.
I saw this one.
A little scary. And apparently she's done it before, and they said she has a heart valve leak. So they have another answer. That's another one of those heart things, right? You get hit in the chest. Dude, it's scary. They show it in slow motion. Her eyes roll in the back of her head, and her head hits the damn desk, and she falls down. And the lady just goes,
goes Frazier. Laugh track.
All right. So we know that she took the shot, right? Because you're on the news. There's no way she didn't take the shot.
Yeah.
All right. This I absolutely loved. This was from an episode of PBS.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Is PBS Fox? No. It's the opposite, right? PBS is going to be as close to PRN as
MSNBC.
MSNBC. It's going to be one of those kind, right?
Yeah.
They follow the mayor of D.C., and Dr. Fauci.
Oh, God, I saw this.
They follow them into D.C. to tell blacks that they need to get the shot, right? They are there to tell African Americans why they need to get the shot because they weren't going to get the shot.
Correct.
Right? And we're going to enforce it. Listen to this guy's response. Now, on the way in, Tucker does such a good job of this too. On the way in, Fauci is talking about how poor this part of D.C. is. Because remember, he's been in D.C. forever.
Yes.
And he's talking like he's bragging that he's going into the heart of D.C. for these uneducated minority people that need education. Listen to this guy that came out on the front porch, cut 18.
Are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now. So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time. It takes years to create vaccination.
Well, it used to take years.
Okay, it used to.
You know how many years were invested in this approach? About 20 years of science to get us to be able to do it.
20 years is not enough. And 9 months is definitely not enough for nobody to be taking no vaccination that you all came up with.
The only reason I'm talking to you right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
Right.
But if it allows thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in this country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And
it's much more serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually, too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none, but the previous year,
exactly
about 20 to 30,000.
Effing liar. He's a liar.
Wow.
He's a liar. And that black guy called them out. And he heckles them on the way down. He goes, hey, if you're trying to promote somebody getting a shot, something is wrong with your business. They had a car behind them. It was a lottery car. If you signed up for getting a shot, you signed up to get a car. That's what they were doing in the black neighborhood.
Jeez.
And that dude was not having it. You take your shot on the road, mister.
Good Lord.
And they didn't play it. This was in 2020. PBS didn't play it. It just came out this week.
Wow.
You know, they didn't want to play that. That would have been news.
It's eerie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's it. That's all I have for the Have At It.
No, unfortunately.
This first hour.
People who don't get the second hour missed the end of your, because you went over.
Does it just cut you off right at an hour?
Yes. I don't know. We're in a month. He doesn't get it.
Oh, I thought it was the song. I thought the end of the song.
No.
Woody.
Yeah, what?
Does it cut him off in an hour?
I cut it out during the song.
See?
I kind of faded out then, yeah.
Woody?
But I guess now I'm gonna have to cut it out.
He has parameters.
We have a policy.
I got a lot to say.
Policy.
All right. I didn't get to everything either.
No, that was. All right. So that was hour number one. You do need to sign up for hour number two. I keep getting people go, well, I mean, what's really in hour number two? Hey, you're missing stuff like this. It's good stuff. Hour number two is unbelievably great. And the best part is these other stations that keep stealing our thunder, they have to sign up for hour number two to get the cutting edge stuff. Right?
That's right.
And we know when they sign up now.
You've just listened to a sample of this show. If you'd like to hear full and previous episodes, along with having access to even more content, listen only in the Grove Street FM app. Visit www.grovestreet.fm for more details.